Nigeria Internet Radio, a program where we talk about how to make your relationship work, the problems that come up in a relationship, and everything that concerns relationship. My name is Osen Atabo. You can call me Sugar. Have you ever experienced insecurity in a relationship before, and you start questioning yourself like, me and this person, what are we doing? Well, stay with us as we discuss signs of insecurity in a relationship today. Don't forget that you can be part of the show by following us on our social media handles. On Facebook and Instagram, we are at Click Niger, and on Twitter, we are at Click Niger1. You know what I always say, add one to the Click Niger, and there you go. That's our Twitter handle. Don't forget that we're also streaming live on www.clickniger.net. At what point do you take the feelings of insecurity seriously in a relationship? Well, that's the question we asked you for your opinion on our Facebook page. But hey, if you haven't dropped your comments yet, don't forget that you can do so via this live broadcast. Just drop it in the comment section and I will be reading it live. And please, when you drop your comments, please let me know where you are watching us from, or rather where you're listening from. It's important to know that everyone has insecurity problems. I mean, before you start saying, I don't have insecurity problems, they are in levels, so maybe your own is not just as serious as the next person. And thus, it's virtually impossible to avoid having any moment of insecurity in a relationship. But hey, what really makes or breaks a relationship is how each individual handles their own personal insecurity issues. Now, one of the best parts about being in a relationship is that feeling of intimate closeness with your partner. But if your insecurities are causing you to keep your partner at a distance, then you may probably need to get that checked, because that can negatively impact your relationship. We're talking about you doubting every little thing in a relationship. You stalk your partner on social media sites, you snoop on your partner, or you feel threatened easily. If you notice any of this, then you are automatically feeling insecure about your partner. It's worth mentioning that insecurity feels lack of emotional confidence, security, and of course the big one, trust. Alicia Gina, should I call her Alicia Gina? Okay, Alicia Gina. I hope I pronounced that well. A millennial attachment-based relationship therapist, and she's also the owner of Modern Love Counseling in Denver. She says that you may have all the trust in the world that your partner isn't going to cheat on you, but you will still feel insecure. So she feels that it's a normal thing if you ever have that feeling of insecurity in your relationship. She also went on to say that an increase in technology, we're talking about Twitter, Instagram, the father of them all, you would say, and of course Facebook. You know, these days it's easier for one to just walk into your DM now and drop you messages like, say I like you, even though you're in a relationship, and you still have that opportunity to check the person out and say, oh, okay, I think I like this person too. You know, all of this can cause jealousy and also affect how secure we feel about our partner. Though our core insecurities actually often stem from past wounds. Maybe you've been in a past relationship and the person cheated on you. Or let's take it this way, that these people were just, they didn't value what you had in the past relationship, and you yourself, you saw some signs in that relationship. You may likely now carry it to the next one, and sometimes this can create defensiveness that pushes people away and likely rob you of the opportunity of ever letting anyone truly in. You may just miss out on the right person for you, especially if you are bringing all that baggage of insecurities that you had in your past relationship to the current one. Being insecure, jealous, or paranoid in a relationship is natural. Yes, but you know what I said earlier, they are in levels. You can be possessive sometimes without even meaning it. You can think all kinds of things and it doesn't necessarily guide your decisions. But this changes if you make conscious effort. When you start, in fact, you're already aware that I have insecurities. Now, if you don't keep your insecurities in check, you may become too dependent on your partner. Let's talk about the checks. Insecurities lead to negative thoughts. Leads to not just negative thoughts, it leads to negative actions. And that may not be good for your relationship. For example, when you call your partner and they don't seem to pick their call, maybe they start giving you excuses like, oh, I was somewhere and, I couldn't, take your calls. You start beginning to suspect them. So where were you that you couldn't take my call? It has started. Truth is, you may have to make conscious effort to work on your insecurities, especially if you sense that yours is on a higher level. I did say that they are in levels. All right, Real Wano Caffeine Dangi is watching. Thank you for watching. He says he's watching from Gwagwalada, Abuja. And then we have Quincy Bala Musa Janet. Thank you so much for joining us on the show Love Angles. I can see you. Please drop your comments. Yes, signs, things you watch out for. Yes, this is what we're talking about. Insecurity. How do you know that you're even insecure? Some people don't even know that they're insecure in a relationship. And let's talk about trust. Trust can never be overemphasized here. Like, if you really want a healthy relationship, having mutual trust is very essential. It is very important. Now, when your insecurities prevent you from fully trusting your partner, that makes it difficult for you to open up to that person. And not just opening up, you cannot even open up to them emotionally. And it can really stunt your relationship growth. Now, there's nothing wrong with craving reassurance from your partner. I mean, everybody likes reassurance. I mean, let's know what we are doing now. If me and you were doing something, let's know what we are doing in that relationship. You need to let me know that, oh, I love you, I want to be with you. But again, some people still look at it at this point that, okay, maybe when we started the relationship, you used to call me darling, sweetheart, honey, baby, babe, the recent one, if you can relate anyways. And then all of a sudden, you just stop calling me those pet names. That can trigger insecurity in a relationship. What about if you need the person, then the person, someone who says, I love you, I love you, I love you all the time, and all of a sudden you just notice that they are no longer saying they love you again. That triggers to another, that's also another sign of insecurity in a relationship. Well, we've got comments that we need to quickly read out here. Okay. So I'd like to say thank you so much to everyone watching us and everyone who sent in their comment. Now, this one is from Johnson. Johnson says, any relationship that either spouse locks phone is a no-no for me. For her to lock her phone means she is hiding something. And then Adams Yusuf says, when she starts calling other guys in my presence, that would be the that would be the height of it for me. Thank you so much, Johnson. Thank you so much, Adams, for sending in your comments. If you're yet to drop your comments, please do so via this live broadcast. We would like to hear from you. We would like to also know where you are watching us from and, of course, where you are listening from. At what point do you take the feeling of insecurity seriously in a love relationship? That's the question we're asking you right now. If you haven't dropped your comments, please do so. Drop it on this live broadcast. Yunus Nas is here. Thank you so much for watching. He says, nice topic. Okay, thank you for your comment. Please do let me know, at what point do you take the feeling of insecurity seriously in a relationship? Someone said when they start talking very little on the phone, like when you start talking small on the phone, then I need to get that checked. These are the checks of insecurity in a love relationship. I did talk about earlier that you will need to work on your insecurities, especially if you sense that you have one. Yes, it looks like everybody seems to have insecurities in their lives in a relationship. But if yours is in a higher level, then you may need to get that checked, because it's most definitely going to make your relationship head for the rocks, and you wouldn't want that to happen. Now, we talked about how technology has caused a lot of things in relationship these days. How somebody will just, chat up your partner, and then you just say, you can't even trust them anymore, because maybe you see them constantly pressing their phones, talking to somebody who is not you, by the way. Of course, you have to feel insecure. You want to know, why this person has done this. I have some comments on my Facebook page that I just quickly want to read from the post that I put up earlier. Yes, someone says it will play out in the person's action. This is from Said Okpaifo. He says it will play out in the person's action. If it is in excess, it should be taken seriously. In this case, if it is not dealt with, it will ruin the relationship. Yes, we did say that it will ruin the relationship if not dealt with. Thank you, Said, for your comments. Being insecure, jealous, paranoid, whatever you want to call it now in that relationship is natural. But if yours is extra, hey, you need to get that checked. And you need to make conscious efforts to work on these insecurities, especially if your own is level 100, should I say. Whatever it is. And don't forget that it might not happen overnight. Whether you're doing it on your own, or you're doing it with a therapist, or with the person you're in a relationship with, you need to get that checked. And you may actually need to work on trusting your partner more too, especially if you want that healthy relationship. I said earlier that mutual trust, it's not just one person. I cannot trust you and you will not trust me. So it's both ways. Mutual trust is very important. You have to trust me and I have to trust you. And then reassurance. I did talk about reassurance, yes. But when reassurance is too much and you need to depend on reassurance for you to move on in that relationship. I mean, if you constantly need your partner to validate that they love you, they want to be with you, that is definitely a sign of insecurity, and that may likely get a better part of you. You're not going to concentrate anymore on any other thing. You just be looking at your partner, watching them wherever they are going to. If your partner says he's going to Mr. A's house, you call Mr. A on the phone to make sure that he got there. And if he had left Mr. A's house and you call Mr. A and Mr. A says he's not there, you begin to get worried, or you begin to get insecure that, where has he gone to? So, and then if these people actually grow tired of reassuring you or telling you that you mean a lot to them, if you need them to constantly tell you that, and if they grow tired of telling you, that can cause you to become even more insecure. Well, at this point, I'd like to say thank you to you guys for viewing us live here on our Facebook page. Rewanu Kafidangi, thank you so much. Quincy Bala Musa Janet, thank you so much. Suleiman Abdullahi Kende, I can see you. Thank you so much. And of course, Yunus Nas, thank you. Thank you to everyone who dropped their comments on our page. Don't forget, Love Angles will be back tomorrow, 4th August 2020, with another edition on Click Ninja Radio. Yes, tomorrow we're looking at playing hard to get in a relationship. Yes, so you don't want to miss out on that. Don't forget, we're still streaming live on www.clickninja.net. Thanks to my producer, Hafsat Isa and Nasser Yunusa. The supervising producer, Ehi Ohiani. My name is Osen Ata, but you can call me Sugar. Enjoy the rest of your day.